Yo, what's up, guys? Bajheera here. Now, first of all, today is Christmas, so Merry Christmas. And in honor of this special day, I thought that I might make you guys a special video. So many of you guys always ask about my add-ons, which is fine, and I do plan to make a more in-depth add-on video for you guys. But on this very special day, I realize that most of you guys, when you're asking about my add-ons videos, are asking about my plates, like my threat plates and stuff, right? The little thing that shows over enemies, but also the thing that shows over allies. So it shows like that right there. So I thought I might make a video just going over my threat plate settings in particular, because I think that this part is going to be kind of a long part of an add-ons video. And, like I said, some of you guys ask about it, so I thought maybe it'd be fun to do for Christmas. I will say that I have to get ready for the gym because we're celebrating Christmas, and Archer gets up pretty early, so I gotta get ready for the gym pretty quickly. But before we do that, I just want to walk you through a few of my settings and show you what it is that I'm doing. But I also will export my profile into the description of the video, which I think hopefully should help you guys out. I didn't know it was this easy to export the profile. So part of one of the reasons I want to make a video is so I can just slap this profile that I have in the description of the video, so you guys can use it to your heart's content. Now I will say that my threat plate settings aren't perfect for sure, and they aren't anything fancy. So what I can do is I can export the profile to you, and then you guys can go around and mess with it and figure out how to make my settings into your settings and make it something that you like a lot. So first things first, let's just go through the tabs, all right? So I'm just going to slowly look through these, and then you guys can kind of slowly go through and make sure everything is the way that you want them. But threat plates are cool because there's a lot of things that you can mess with, but I pretty much always have threat plates showing for enemies. And then you have, like, these right here are keybinds. I believe that you said in WoW, and you can make them look different, but I have it showing friendly units sometimes. I don't have it showing everybody's, like, for NPCs, I guess. Like, I don't have it showing them for this, or totems or anything like that, but for enemies it shows everything, right? It shows their totems and all that stuff. It does show neutral units, though, like the dummies and stuff. I don't usually have anything hiding, but I do want to be able to click through my friendly nameplates, but not enemy nameplates sometimes. I feel like clicking on your allies, I still do that too, so that's interesting, but it's just, I guess it's for the nameplate. In terms of automation, I don't really think I mess with this one too much. You can do the small blizzard nameplates, though, which is kind of interesting for like a dungeon. Kind of squishes down your teammates' HP bars. And now, just so you know, for future reference, making your allies look like this, it doesn't work in PvE, like dungeons or raids. And somebody told me this because people are doing like some potential exploits with that kind of thing. So I guess they got disabled. So it's not like your add-on isn't working. It's just like, I think that's not supposed to be how it is. So don't worry about it. I have mine looking smooth. Bar width is 132. Bar height is 16. And once again, this is all the kind of stuff that you can mess with on your own, which is absolutely fine. There's a lot to mess with, but with your add-ons, I encourage you guys not to be overwhelmed. Although I am honored that you think my settings are really cool, so thanks. But I'm sure that you guys can get in there and play around with it more and make it look even cooler. But this is what I'm working with in terms of the textures. The elite borders default. This is how I have absorbs. I guess stripe texture is one thing. I could do this though instead, but I guess it'll shift to the left, which I don't really want. We'll just do the stripe texture. That's fine for now. Now this is the big one. This is health bar view. So this is showing the bars like this on the dummies, and then the headline view is the one where it shows for players. So I could do NPCs, I guess, and it would show these guys or something, which is fine. I don't ever have headline mode for NPCs, or for enemies. But yeah, I like it for players. I think it looks pretty cool. Now, I think that there's some sort of strange interaction going on between headline mode and big debuffs. It's kind of weird. I was noticing yesterday, so I need to figure what the heck's going on with that. But anyway, Headline view is the one that makes the names look nice. That's the main thing. I'm not sure what all this is about. Not sure what all this is about. But I have it showing for my friends, for friendly players, like this fella right there. Looks cool. Cast bar. I don't think I've really done anything too crazy with the cast bar. But you can show all kinds of interesting stuff on there. I have the same bar style on that. Layout, I think, so you might want to play around with, you know, where the bar shows on the other bars. This is how it's like locked in, right? And I can play with all this. So this is just giving you an idea of all the stuff that you can play with, right? Now, once again, I encourage you. I don't think I've messed with this stuff a whole lot, but if you want to, you can. And just take a moment. Don't be overwhelmed. Just go in there and read what it does, and play around with it if you need to. But it doesn't look too crazy. Like, you can make the spell icon bigger. You can make all this stuff offset differently. Have the target showing as well. I think that's a relatively new thing, which is cool. I left the colors alone, I believe, but you can mess with them if you want to. But I like the class colored nameplates as well. It looks nice. Target markers, same sort of thing, just left it alone. I think I mess with the transparency a teeny bit. So like when you have that means like when this is targeted, you can see that this becomes a little bit more transparent. Same thing for this, and that's one of the things that will change with the scale. But I have the transparency changing based on target. Now you can do it off with like threat, but I pretty much just went to the threat system and disabled it. So like if you're using threat plates and you're like, why are these things green and red? I want it to be different. And then you just need to turn off the threat system. Scale is the other thing that I've done. So you see that I have target based scale. So when I'm targeting something, this one becomes about 35% bigger. And I disable the non-target stuff, but if you want to be able to scale, like when you're not targeting something, everything else scales down. You can do that. I don't do that because usually for PvP, it's just I want what I'm targeting to be a little bit bigger and everything else to be not scaled down, just, you know, not scaled up. So that's why I have it clicked this way. Once again, if you guys just download my stuff, you will get the same settings that I have. But if you wanted to change the settings, this is where you can do that. So I think it's important to give you guys at least like a general heads up about what it does. But once again, this is the kind of thing where you can get in there and mess with it yourself. I have like bosses scaled up a little bit, and like a nice big old health bar on the bosses just for cool effect, I guess. You definitely want to make sure that I think on its own, it like makes pets and stuff like really small, but you don't want that. So I have all this stuff at normal size. Name text, I left it out pretty much the same, I believe. You can change the fonts, you can change the size. You can change how it aligns with the plate. So, like, if I didn't like how Dungeoneer's training dummy kind of overlaps with the frame, I probably could just move it up a little bit, right? And that might even be something I do. So that it's, like, not on top of the frame, so it's right there. There we go. Looks nice. That works for me. So I put it at 18. And if you wanted to move it to the left or the right for some reason, then you can do that. The font is fine. We'll leave the font alone for now. But that's kind of how that works. I have the friendly nameplates by color, enemy nameplates by color as well. The custom color, no, we don't need that. And then the placement, have it like this. Looks fine to me. Status text. These are all kind of fun things you can mess with. I'm pretty sure these kind of things I mostly left alone. But if there's like something like in particular that you want to play around with, oftentimes you can do that, which is cool. So I think some of these things are things that you mess around with in like the WoW stuff, but then you can also mess around with it here too, which is like a little bit different, I guess. Level text, even this, like I don't even think I have level text showing, but you can. It'll show in the bar. I think I have some status text showing, which is fine. You can choose what icons you want for your rares and elites, which is kind of neat too. That's kind of fun. Skull icons will show in the bar. See this little guy right here? It'll show in there. You can make it really big, really angry skull man. Or you can put it back to its normal size, which is like what was it, 14? Target markers, still looking good. You can show it in health bar view, headline mode, but I just leave it like this, which is fine. And then there's all these Blizzard settings too, which it says these might mess up your stuff, so just be careful. You can do Blizzard, you can do UI scale perfect, pixel perfect UI. I never tried that. I don't want that. Oh god, what have I done? But yeah, if you click Pixel Perfect UI and you don't like it, just go back to ignore UI scale. It'll be fine. I freaked myself out. What did I do? Well, those are kind of neat. It's just kind of smaller. But no, I like this better. But yeah, that's the Blizzard settings. I really, once again, haven't messed around with these things too much. You can if you're feeling zesty, but if you're gonna go too crazy, I would just make like a profile and like save it, right? Just save one. Bajheera standard. Okay. Then you copy from default. Then you're good to go. Okay. And then you're working with Bajheera standard copied from this, and then you can kind of keep tinkering around a little bit. Should be good to go. And then you can make like a test profile where you start to get really freaky. But I don't have the threat system enabled at all. If you're like a tank and you want that, you can. For the arena widgets and stuff, I don't think I've messed with the arena widgets too much, but you can. Once again, when I said that my setting isn't like real crazy, this is what I mean. There's a lot of things in here that I have not messed with, but you can. Just haven't done it yet. But even then, I mean, it makes me think that maybe I should even go in here and mess with stuff more and see what the heck's going on, because there's all kinds of cool like information that you can show. Sometimes they use different add-ons to show like enemy players' offensive and defensive cooldown usage, but maybe you could even do that through here or make those things more visible to you, which would be helpful to you. But there's different boss mods that you can do, but I think some of these show up already. Like I said, like they're pretty okay the way they are, but you can always do more cool stuff. So I don't show class things on their frames because they're already class colored, so I don't feel like I need this, but if you like the way it looks, then you can turn that back on. I just don't have it showing in either one of them. Combo points, don't have that right now because I'm not a Rouge. Experience, but if it shows enemy combo points, that'd be cool, but I don't think so. It's just shows them on the target nameplate if you're playing a rogue or something like that. This shows an experience bar for player followers. That's kind of cool. Like I think maybe when you're like out and about, maybe it shows up for your pet too. Who knows? Now I don't. So you can do this if you'd like it. It'll be like if you focus a target, it will, like if I set this guy as my focus, it'll have like a little arrow on him, which I don't really like that for me, so I took that off. Healer tracker, sometimes you can have add-ons for this. If you want to be able to see who is a healer in like a battleground, this will put a little like a little mark on them with their healer. I would probably move it because it kind of overlaps with other stuff, so I might move it, but I turned that off. But it definitely could be helpful for when you see a healer in BGs and you need to take them right out. I think, like I said, there's other add-ons that do that, but that could be kind of cool too. This gives your information about your target's resource or nameplate. So maybe this is just like for like mana and stuff. You can see on their bar, I guess. Social. This shows some buddies. If they're buddies, they'll show it on there too. Cool. I haven't gotten into this obviously too much. Yeah, I think I do have this sometimes where it can detect stealth, but I think that they show that in WoW anyway, which is cool. What's target height light? What's that? Did they mean highlight? This widget highlights the nameplates of your current target by having a border. Yeah, so this is the one with the border. So you can change the color. You can change what it looks like too. You can make it glow, which is nice. I think I just have mine default right now, but I think that there's some nice little things that you can do here. I don't think I've messed with this too much. Little bubble on them, little crescent. This is the glow is kind of what tidy plates used to use, and I like that. You can make it a thin square or a chunky square. Threat glow, or just a little glow. That looks nice. Maybe I'll experiment with the glow for a while, dude. That's kind of smooth. And you can make it different colors too. But I think I'll just leave it as that for now. But that looks nice. Maybe I'll do this for a little while. Beautiful. I don't know what this is about. Nameplate color and this stuff. I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to mess with that right now. I don't want to go too crazy while I'm doing an add-ons video because I feel like that's sketchy. And then quests. So this also will show quests, like when you're out there fighting mobs and it has a little quest bar above their head with a percentage and stuff. That'll show that too, which is pretty neat. And this is what it looks like, the Blizzard style, or you can do skull, but I think the Blizzard style is fine. And this is going to change the color of what it is. So once again, you can do a lot of really cool stuff. really cool stuff. A lot of fun with this add-on, but even what I'm doing, just kind of walking you through some of these things is kind of basic, and I'm probably missing things. I'm just trying to give you guys like a basic understanding of what the add-on does and my settings about it, just because people are so curious. But I might not even really fully realize all the possibilities with this thing. So when you export my settings, it's just going to be like a baseline, and I'm just trying to familiarize you guys with the settings by looking through it together. Which I'm familiar with some things, but some things are so like, oh wow, I didn't know I could do that. Cool. This one's pretty neat. Definitely want to make sure that the totems are visible, so you can click on them, because you got to kill these. You got to kill a lot of these totems, right? Cap totem, kill that. Tremor totem, kill that. Counter strike, grounding, Sky Fury, kill that. Earthbind, kill that. Like all those. Spirit Link, kill that. All those things. So you want to make sure that totems are visible, and that they're a little HP or a little bar is big enough to be clearly visible, and you can slay it, so that you're not getting one-shotted as often with Sky Fury totems, or having your lovely caster teammates get their stuff grounded, or you getting one-shotted by Counter-Strike and things like that. So I haven't messed with custom nameplates a whole lot. I think water elementals were like a little bit small, so like I think I messed with them by making sure that their scale wasn't down to 30%. But yeah, you can mess with all kinds of cool stuff like this. It's a really neat add-on. And this is just shout outs to people who made it, and then this is where I will export my profile to you for Bajheera Standard. I think that just about covers what I wanted to talk about in this video, which was what the add-on is, my basic settings for using it, and of course, even if there are settings that I'm not making the most use of, or I'm like still like, whoa, look at that, didn't know you could do that. Wanted to show it to you guys so you can understand what you're capable of, and then get in there, read it even more closely than I sort of breeze over it in this video, tinker around with it and make it look the way that you want. Because like I said, my little starting UI is cool. I like it. I'm glad that you guys like it too. I'm very glad that you guys come to me for information about warriors, about add-ons, about arena. Even 10 years into the game, you guys are still, wanting to see what I'm up to and how to kick butt. And I'm very, very grateful for that. Very, very grateful. This has been a pretty wild year, and the fact that our community is still been able to really progress and kick butt and make some serious gains is just tremendous. So thank you guys so much for that support, and I will continue to try to make the most out of it by kicking butt in the games and gains and sharing the journey with you guys, and hopefully helping you guys out along the way, as you guys have certainly helped me and my family out along the way as well. So let's keep doing that. Let's keep kicking butt together. But for now, like I said, I gotta hustle out to the gym, get this gains session going, so we can open up some presents with Archer. But this is my present to you guys. Threat plates, overview, and export of my settings for you to go in and play around with and make them your own. Have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.